Asuka period began in 538 AD and lasted till 710 AD. Introduction of Buddhist religion from Korean kingdom by J. Buddhism and Shinto religion coexisted since then in Japan. Buddhist Soga clan took over government in 580 AD and controlled Japan behind the scenes. Prince Shotoko, an advocate of Buddhism and Soga cause, who was partial Soga descent, served as de facto leader of Japan from 594 to 622 AD. Asuka period distinguished by the changing name of Japan from Wa to Nihon. In 670, Shotoko insulted China by his phrase in Latin, "The ruler of the land of the rising sun," addressed the ruler of the setting sun. As seen in Kanji characters for Japan, Nippon, by 670 Nihon was established as official name of nation which persists still today. In 645, Soga clan was overthrown in coup by Prince Naka and Fujiwara no Kamatari, founder of Fujiwara clan. Zomato had always fought and protected Baekje from Silla dynasty and neighboring enemies. Zomato and Baekje always had good political trade and military relations. Zomato always aided Baekje. However, in 663 CE, Tang and Silla dynasty, they defeated Zomato troops and were forced to re-evaluate themselves. New edict, Taika reforms were introduced. Taika reforms were implemented for greater centralization and to enhance power of imperial court, based on the governmental structure of China. Taika reforms, land reforms based on Confucian ideas and philosophies of China, nationalized all land in Japan, distributed equally among cultivators. Household registry basis for a new system of taxation came into existence. Envoys and students were dispatched to China to learn Chinese writing, arts, politics, and religion. After reforms, Jinshin War 672, bloody conflict between two rivals to the throne became major catalyst for further administrative reforms. Taiho Code was proclaimed and created rich through a state, Chinese-style centralized government that remained in place for almost half a millennium. Zomato rulers suppressed other clans and acquired agricultural lands. They developed a system of trade routes. Central administration, Gokyushichidu system, 5 cities, 7 roads was the county, and society was organized into occupation groups. Most people were farmers, others were fishers, weavers, potters, artisans, armors, and ritual specialists. Taxes were levied on harvests and on silk, cotton, thread, and other products. Corvée, labor tax, was established for military conscription and building public works. Taoism was introduced during this period. First Japanese coin, Wado Kaichi, was minted in 708 CE. Nishiyama Onsen, Kyokan, founded in 705 CE. It survives to become the oldest hotel business still in operation. Ashoka period embodies themes of Buddhist art. Buddhist temple Haropedia by Prince Shotoko in Karuga is one of the most famous works, oldest wooden structure in the world. Nara period began in 710 AD and lasted till 794 AD. Emperor Genmi established new capital at Hyayokyo, present-day modern Nara. Capital Nara was modeled after Chang'an, the capital city of Tang Dynasty, period of flourishing ties with China and its Tang Dynasty. During this period, Japan suffered series of natural disasters, wildfires, droughts, famines, and outbreaks of diseases, killed quarter of population 735 till 737. Emperor Shomu felt responsible for all this due to his lack of piousness. He promoted Buddhism and built temple Todaji in 752. Capital was moved to Kunikyo 742-744, now Kizugawa, Naniwa-kyo in 744-745, now Osaka, Shigaraki-no-miya in 745, now known as Shigaraki. Moved back to Nara in 745. Nara was Japan's first truly urban center with population 2 lakh and 10,000 worked in government jobs. Economic and administrative activity increased in Nara period. Roads linked Nara to provincial capitals, taxes collected, coins were minted. Japanese society during the period was predominantly agricultural and centered on village life. Population had declined due to disasters. Old Shotoku land reform system declined, showing landed estates began to rise for a more manageable form of landholding. Breakdown of old land distribution system and rise of taxes led to abandonment of land by people, who became way people known as Ferosha. Factional fightings at the imperial court continued in Nara period. Imperial family members leading court families, Fujiwara and Buddhist priests, they all contended for influence in the court. Attempt to overthrow imperial power by Monk Dokyu in 760 to establish his dynasty by the aid of Emperor Shotoku. He lost his power by 770 when she died and exiled. Fujiwara further consolidated its power and capital moved to Nagakyo in 784. In 794, it was moved to Hyakyo to return control to imperial hands. By late 11th century, city was popularly known as Kyoto, capital city, the name it has had ever since. First two books in Japan produced, Koejiki and Nihon Shoki, contains chronicles of early Japan and its creation myth, which describes imperial line as the descendants of the gods. Manyushu, finest collections of Japanese poetry compiled in later half of the 8th century. Agricultural society followed Shintoism, religion based on worship of natural and ancestral spirits named Kami. Permanent establishment of Buddhism introduced by Baekje in 6th century was heartily embraced by Emperor Shomu. Todaji Temple was built during Shomu's reign. Artworks and imported treasures are archived in Shosuin or Todaji Temple. They are called Shosuin treasure and show cultural influences of Silk Road areas, China, Korea, India, and the Islamic Empire then. Nara court aggressively importing Chinese civilization by sending envoys known as Kentushi to the Tank court. Relations with the Korean kingdom Silla were initially peaceful and then destabilized after rise of Balhae north of Silla, Balhae. Balhae sent its mission to Nara in 728, with which Japan had been allied until Silla unified with the three kingdoms of Korea. East Pagoda of Yakushizi Temple, built in 730 AD. Buddhist monk Saicho 788 found Anaraikoji Tendai Monastery located in Mount Hai in Otsu. Hoshi Ryokon 717 world's second oldest known hotel, Hot Springs Spa.